On Thursday, the Electoral Commission announced that it was lifting the ban that it had imposed on the Citizens Coalition for Electoral Democracy in Uganda, CCEDU. This comes after the Elections Observation Body was banned from participating in electoral activities last year in July, after the Electoral Commission deemed its activities to be biased, partial, and in breach of the country's electoral laws. However, the committee that was instituted to look into this matter released its report in which it made a number of recommendations leading to the lifting of the suspension. According to CCEDU coordinator Crispy Kaheru, one of the recommendations was an agreement to streamline its communication process while relaying information about ongoing elections to the public and to the mainstream media.
We will deploy a head of mission for that particular election and a deputy who are actually going to hold the mandate of speaking to the election observation findings.
Kaheru notes that prior to the suspension, CCEDU was worried of being turned into a mouthpiece for the Electoral Commission. However, they have now received assurances that they can carry on with their work as long as they are not contravening the electoral laws on electoral observation.
So once CCEDU has observed anything that has happened in an election, we will take responsibility of reporting that, not the Electoral Commission.
Kaheru has revealed that there are some recommendations that they also want the Electoral Commission to take up, including the introduction of guidelines on how electoral observers should use social media to communicate.
Election observation outfits globally and regionally are trying to get to grasp on how to utilize social media with regard to sharing findings from elections. So that is one of the tasks that the Electoral Commission is going to embark on.
On the other hand, the Electoral Commission spokesperson Jotham Talemwa is hopeful that CCEDU will honor the recommendations that have been put in place, and this is why they lifted the suspension.
Our expectation is that they understood where they went wrong, and they will continue as promised.
Whereas Talemwa accepts that election observers play a vital role in the voting process, it's important that they do it the right way.
First of all, they need to know the guidelines and the code of conduct of the observers, which are not our own making as Electoral Commission. They are embedded within the laws of the country and also international conventions.
He, however, warns that they will continue monitoring CCEDU's activities.
If they do what they were doing before, then we shall go back to them and say, no, this is not what was agreed on.